Screensavers. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Kevin Pereira. Chilon is out on assignment today.
Yes, I'm not hosting. I'm filling in.
You are filling in for Chilon. Yes, yes. And I'm glad to have you here. It's gonna be a good
I'm glad
show.
to be here with you.
Friday.
How you doing?
It's been an interesting week, man.
Yeah, it's been a tough week.
It's been a long week.
Have you been sleeping?
No, not at all. Not at all. The forums keep me up late at night as I read all the wonderful gushing words.
Don't let it get to you, man.
Oh, no. It's all good. It's all good. You've been checking them out or no?
No, I don't go to the
far
forums.
away from those things?
I learned a long time ago to stay far, far away from the forums.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Well, Chilon is gone, but Sarah's here. She's over in the Nook. Miss Lane, what are you up to today?
We're taking your live calls. The number is 800-839-7880. And you can also email us through our web form at, let's see, g4techtv.com/asktss. And you can chat with us in our brand new IRC chat room, too. Just point your browser to chat.g4techtv.com.
Is that been running today? Are we even having chat? Really?
That's a very good question.
Got to log in. We've been getting denial of service all week long, but hopefully that's all over now.
Script kiddies, yada yada.
I was doing some of it for a little while.
Really?
I was just like, I'm so mad, and I was denial of service.
You're so elite.
I stopped. It's time for everybody else to stop.
You're so elite.
Thank you, Miss Lane. Now, have you seen this site? Check this out here. Let me take a look at this one here. This is a site that's going to show you what I'm going to do on the show today, and that's how to turn cheap, like generic jank vodka into top shelf vodka using a filtration system.
And we were checking it out before the show, and
it's great.
Everybody from the crew was stopping by for a sip from the geyser.
They had to test it out. They're like my little beta testers.
I thought they were pulling my leg. I haven't tried it yet, but they all seem to say that it did the trick.
You're going to try it in the segment. It's really cool. I had no idea that this would do this, but you can actually, I might even just go into the vodka business. There's good money to be made.
Yeah, you
have to try it out.
It's better than TV anyways.
That's right.
It really is. Plus, the Frag Dolls are here with us in studio to test our trigger fingers and a live Xbox Ghost Recon 2 tournament.
I want to know how good they are.
You should play them.
It's supposed to be like these hot girls that they're hardcore and they're really good, but I think I could beat them.
Impossible.
You think you could take them on?
I'll give it a whirl. I'm not a Ghost Recon 2 guy, but I'm more than happy to give it a shot.
They think they can take us. We'll see.
And
yes. Also, we have from the sold-out Gold Chain European Tour, we have Grammy-nominated artist Planet Asia performing live in studio today.
In studio music.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. We've done that a few times in San Francisco. We wanted to bring it back down here, so we got some cool bands lined up. Not every single Friday, but we're going to bring them on the show from time to time.
Very cool. And finally, one of the Silver Screen's biggest monsters gets the recognition it deserves. And no, I'm not talking about Kirstie Alley. I'm talking about Godzilla. Yes, there he is. Finally getting the recognition.
Did they actually put They do the whole thing in Hollywood.
Can he even bend, or would you see past the foam?
I don't know. They have the little arms, so I don't know if they'd be able to actually get down like that. I don't know.
All right, but first, take a look at this amazing new machinima just released by Crytek and ATI. And yes, we're not pulling your legs. This is in-game footage from the next generation of the Crytek engine. Now, a demo titled The Project gives us a glimpse as to what the future holds for the world of machinima, or as the pros say, machine cinema.
Machine cinema. Yes. Machinima? I don't know which one it is.
Machinima.
I don't know.
And the pros use quote fingers when they're saying it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that now that's for Far Cry, right? The Crytek guys are all the Far Cry guys.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like for their next gen game, and apparently it's going to run. This is your Brita water filter
system right now.
The next generation Far Cry filters vodka for you. Nice. No, it looks fantastic, and that people are running it on X800 cards, X800 Pro, and the XT. So runs really well.
Very cool. Now the MP3 file format made a huge technological leap yesterday. Thompson announced a brand new M3 codec that supports multi-channel sound. I'm talking like 5.1 surround sound MP3s.
Finally.
Actually, here's the codec right here. Let me get off the vodka here. And
look at that gentleman enjoying the 5.1 surround.
He's loving the 5.1 surround.
He's having a blast. Is he wearing... It looks like he has an earbud, though.
Looks like one of our producers, David Breger. It's kind of funny. But he's got the 5.1 surround. Now, they have DirectX 9 hooks in there, and that's how they're able to decode it to the 5.1. So if you have like one of those Sound Blaster cards or a card that supports the 5.1 surround sound, you have all the speakers around you, you're good to go. This is going to be really cool, though, because I'm looking forward to when you're actually going to be able to rip down like super audio CDs and DVD audio CDs.
Yes. I mean, this is going to be huge for DivX viewers and things like that because they're going to get really compressed audio with their surround, and so it's going to really help out.
I'm tired of the two-channel stuff. It's time that we had a digital format.
Beefy system requirements, though. Pentium 3, 1 gigahertz, like just to listen to multi-channel audio.
That's kind of weird.
That's right. And Mac users are getting a version in December, too, so don't feel left out. Right now it's PC only, but Mac users will get surround. And finally, on Monday's show, I'm really happy about this.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I handed out a free... an anti-fan site toolkit for the screensaver haters to play with.
This was fun.
Yeah, I know you had a blast with it. I'm sure you did. Everybody else seemed to as well. And as we promised, we sifted through the mostly phallic submissions, and we came up with our favorites. So here they are. I'm going to pull them up here. This is not a... I mean, we were going to do a top 10, but really there weren't 10 photos worthy of airtime. So we'll start with what I gave number 10. Very simple.
Undo
just changing
Kevin.
the text, undo me. Yeah, very cute. This one I liked. How does this here thingy work? It's me looking at... I believe that's a computer.
Nice.
Not quite sure. Every time Tech TV fires an employee, a Domokun is unleashed on the world. We actually had a couple of these little
Those
submissions.
things are kind of cool. I like those little...
Very cool.
Where do they come from?
We're just gonna pass
go
on by
right
that
past
one.
that
Yeah.
one.
This one,
I don't
what is this
understand.
one? I pulled this one
You're
up,
like-
and Kevin says sometimes you got to worry about the stalkers, Pereira.
No, I'm just saying,
like,
like,
what-
this is totally like something a stalker would do. It makes no sense. Like someone that's going to kill you. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying.
No, but I looked at it and figured he was making a phrase out of the pistol fingers, and you immediately
Finger
said,
shot.
you said, oh, he might tie you to a chair and dress you like that.
Or give you the shocker or something. I don't know. What does finger shot at me?
There we go. This was simple and cute. Gordon Freeman, that's me as him.
Very
Works
nice.
out. And that's the number one that I picked. I love the Cowboys LOL with the typo and the belt buckle.
Nice.
Even says LOL. And I think it's important to point out we didn't give out the fan site toolkit because we hate TSS people that hate us. Like, we understand, and that's why we did it. We either wanted to help those people who were going to do it anyways,
Right.
or maybe deter some people.
Well, we still have it. It's still available for download. Here's one
Whoa.
that I created right here. You can just modify in the Photoshop layers there.
Nice.
And there's the nice little, what do you call those things? It's cool. It's easy to do. Yeah.
Appreciate it, Rose. At any rate, let's close that chapter of TSS history and never, ever again mention the toolkit or Rose's pathetic attempt
I thought that was
at
kind
a Photoshop. You even got like the green in the background.
Yeah.
Anyway, now here's Sarah with info about our PC race for charity. Sarah.
That's right, guys. What if I told you I could help you win a brand new, fully loaded computer? It's true. Thanks to TigerDirect.com for donating the best parts available. Did you call me a liar? The processor, the hard drive, the memory, the display, everything is top shelf. We've got 4 of these babies, and we're going to be assembling the first 3 in our TigerDirect.com Celebrity Charity PC Race live on this show a week from today, Friday, December 10th. But the 4th is all for you to win. All you have to do is become a registered member of G4 Tech TV through our website, thescreensavers.com, and then enter our TigerDirect.com race to win and load a PC. Easy as that. Win. Stay tuned. We got lots more to come. Later, we're going to turn cheap vodka into really good stuff. And when we come back, the Frag Dolls are no joke. They're a dedicated all-girl gaming posse, packing heat, guaranteed to teach you a thing or two about what it's like to be reincarnated and have a virtual ass handed to you in Ubisoft's new game, Ghost Recon 2. That's next.
So many guys think that the only girls in gaming are the leather-clad, pixelated beauties on their screens. Well, think again, my friends. Today we're revealing Geektoria's new secret, an all-female clan of improbably gorgeous, dedicated gamers known to fans all over the world as the Frag Dolls. And with me now is Roulette, the team's captain. Roulette, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Tell me, how did you actually get the gamer tag, Roulette?
Well, let's see. I was thinking of a gamer tag that would be superhero-esque, and I really like X-Men, so I was thinking of Rogue, Gambit, and somehow it just ended up being Roulette, and I loved it. Yep.
Works out. Now, what is a Frag Doll exactly?
A Frag Doll is a girl gamer hired by Ubisoft to recruit, to promote games, play games, compete primarily, though. We play a lot of games. That's what we do all the time.
Now, so were you brought together by Ubisoft?
Yes,
Did you
we
know
were.
each other prior at all?
Only a couple of us knew each other prior, but most of us we brought together by Ubisoft.
And how long have you been gaming? I mean, tell me your gaming history. I'm sure you get that all the time.
Well, I personally have been gaming since I was 6, maybe. I know most of the other girls in the team have also been gaming since they were little, so it's just something we've been doing forever. We love it. We're pretty good at it, I would say, and that's what we do, and that's what Ubisoft has supported us in doing, which is great.
That's very cool. I mean, as a gamer and as a girl, I'm sure you get a lot of flack, and I'm sure people are always testing you because whenever guys hear girl gamer, they immediately are their apprehension and they think it's completely impossible, right?
We get a lot of that, yeah.
I mean, I had guys, when people would tell me, "Oh, the Frag Dolls are here," they ask her how many polygons are in this model and how fast is her AGP card. We want to know. I mean, is that what it's like everywhere?
We definitely can geek out about certain things, but then, we get tested. But, it's just anybody who wants to play us. We invite them to play us, and they know pretty quickly that we actually are gamers, just the way we play and the way we talk about games.
Like the Penny Arcade guys. You were at their convention, and you took on a whole bunch of competitors.
We did. We competed in a 32-team tournament playing Rainbow Six Black Arrow, and we kicked everybody's butts. We were undefeated. We didn't lose one round officially.
Very nice.
Yes.
Do you think there will ever be a time where, as a girl gamer, you can go on a show or do an interview for someone and they won't focus on the fact that you are girl gamers?
We're hoping.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be separated from the crowd.
No,
as a
definitely.
girl
I mean, I think that there are inherent differences in girls and guys. I think that we can agree on that, and so there's going to be a difference in play style. But I think the fact that girls as gamers is kind of a novelty right now, we can hope to kind of break that stereotype, and that's one of the things that we're hoping to do.
Do most geeks stammer and yammer on like I am right now when they're in the presence of the Frag Dolls, or is that just because I suck at this?
A little bit.
Awesome. Now tell me about your team over there, though. I want to know about the other Frag Dolls, where are they from, and what they're playing today. That's Ghost Recon 2 over there, right?
That is Ghost Recon 2, and they're obviously kicking butt on it. I can tell by the looks on their faces. Let's see, we've got a couple of them from Texas right now. The one in the middle, Jinx, she's from San Francisco. I'm also from San Francisco. We've got a couple other teammates, a few more in San Francisco, one in Colorado. So we're kind of spread all out.
Very nice. Ladies, how's it going over there? Are you doing all right?
It's going great.
We brought our in-house Ghost Recon 2 veteran to play against them. So he seems to be a little disappointed right now. All right, now tell me, why do you think there aren't more women involved with gaming and the gaming industry in general?
I think it's an image thing, really. I think that there are a lot of women who do play games, but they don't really grow up necessarily thinking of themselves in the industry because it's such a male-dominated thing. But we've been helping. There are a lot of women out there who are starting to develop games and are trying to increase the visibility. We're definitely trying to contribute to that effort. So I think that in a few years we're going to be seeing a lot more.
Right. Now, something that came up on your site and you reacted in your blog about it was the whole controversy about being sponsored by Ubisoft or, being recruited for Ubisoft. What's that all about exactly?
Well, I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about what we do because this is a really unique opportunity that we've had. I don't know of any other group that's done this, that they've been brought together and asked to play a bunch of different types of games. It's kind of like an all-star team, really. And it hasn't been done before, so people are wondering what's going on. We don't really understand, and they jump to conclusions sometimes. But I think that anybody who talks to us, anybody who plays against us, it's very clear very quickly that we're gamers, that's what we do, and most gamers I know would love this opportunity, so that's what we're doing.
Absolutely. I fought Kevin Rose for it, actually. Yeah, he wanted the Indian leg wrestle. I did rock, scissors, paper. I got the interview, so I'm glad.
Exactly, yeah.
When it comes to guys, and I said I'd stay away from this, the relationship advice, how sick and tired are you of that?
I don't know.
I mean, because it's every guy's dream to be with a Frag Doll, to be with a girl who likes games, and yet whenever you guys come around, they want, they're all concerned.
But I think it's something that we try to educate people on how to encourage their girlfriends to play, because there are girls who it's an image thing again, and they haven't really understood that girls do play necessarily, and so if they see that girls do play or that it's a fun thing, it's just that it's kind of the assumption. So we teach guys, just invite your girlfriend to play and show them that it's actually fun, and as opposed to just being like, oh, you don't understand. So that's what we've been working on.
Roulette, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. It was great having you on the show. And we're going to check in later, actually, with the Frag Dolls. We're going to take a live call and answer some viewer questions for you. Hopefully they're not about relationships. So if you guys have a gaming question for the Frag Dolls, call in with it, and Roulette will join us later to take that call. The number is 800-839-7880. And if any of you at home want to challenge a Frag Doll live on the Xbox version of Ghost Recon 2, which is out in stores now,
it is.
Check out the fragdolls.com to see the girls' gaming schedule. Thanks again for joining us. And now here is Sarah with some info for anime fans.
That's right, and I kind of feel like a Frag Doll, Green t-shirts for everybody, woo! Yeah. All right, so you're into anime, you have a Sailor Moon tattoo on your butt, you're into cosplay, and you learn to speak Japanese just so you don't have to read any more of those darn subtitles. Sound familiar? Well, I've got great news for you then. G4 Tech TV has new episodes of the anime series Last Exile, premiering December 6th at midnight Eastern. Get ready for a retro futuristic adventure, flying cars, best of all, top-notch animation and voice acting. That's what makes it all work. Check out our Anime Unleashed page at g4techtv.com/Anime Unleashed for more info. And for those of you who have to be a step ahead, exclusive trailers of upcoming episodes. Now, still ahead on this show, what's coming out in the theater this weekend? And should you buy a ticket to that Natalie Portman movie? I've got the lowdown. And after the break, Kevin Rose shows you his vodka filtration system. We're getting ripped for pennies on this show, folks, when the screensavers continue.
All right, Kev. A few weeks ago, we came across this website.
Yes.
Talked about this off the top of the show. Take a look at it once again. They're taking cheap vodka, and it was basically an experiment. Started off with some crackers there, a Brita filter.
That girl taking notes.
Very
scientific.
Yes, very scientific. And they ran it through the filtration system like 4 or 5 times. And then eventually they found out that it was just making unbelievably great vodka, like top shelf quality vodka.
Removing all the impurities from cheap vodka.
From the cheap
there
stuff.
you go.
Makes sense. So we decided to give it a try. Now the problem though is that you have to run it through that stupid filter time and time again.
Right.
And after like 2 or 3 shots, that gets old real quick. So we put together this right here. This is
Jeez, that's something you want in the living room.
Oh, there's already some leaking out. Let me get a little bit of that
easy
down.
now.
Okay, I'm just getting a little excited. So what we did here is this is an inline filtration system here with a nice little reservoir down here at the bottom. Holes are drilled at the bottom of each pitcher so that it filters top down. I need a ladder. Do we have a ladder that can... It's a little taller than I expected. There we go. Here's a little box. Oh, actually, this one works out much better. Thank you very much.
You call for a ladder?
I know, there's like 10 guys
they bring you a whole row from Home Depot. It's like, take a pick.
Like a...
All right, yeah, all right.
Okay, so now...
got some cheap vodka
so
there.
here's the cheap stuff right here. This is the stuff that you pick up at your Costco for like, $4 or $5.
Pretty much if it's in a plastic bottle, you know it's not exactly quality stuff.
So I'm going to go on up here, and there's a little stability there. And here we go. Let's just put that in from the top down. All right.
Very nice.
So we'll just get that going there.
It's like a poor man's champagne fountain or something.
Yeah, this is kind of actually... I should have built this a little differently. Maybe I can... Nobody wants to sit there and hold it. There we go.
All right.
Damn. Okay.
That's going to fall in like 5 seconds and get vodka
I think it's
everywhere.
good. I think it's good.
But
so
all right, so it's pouring down nonetheless, going through each filter.
Right. So it's going through each one, and eventually, see, now it's starting to make it into the second filter.
Eventually, you might end up with something of that quality.
Yes. This actually is what you want to do after you're all done, is create yourself one of these little guys right here.
Yeah,
this is a nice little, I put my own logo on there.
That was from
and then you can resell it if you want. Make a little extra side cash.
Yeah.
From my Fargo days.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let's put that down.
But does it work? I mean, that's the question.
Well, let's test it out. I have some. I have a couple little glasses here for us.
Sweet.
And we can't actually show us drinking on air for some regulations or something, but we have some. So let's go. Let's test the nasty stuff first. Where's the other bottle of nasty stuff?
Just use the one that you. Oh, well, you got it pouring.
Oh crap! Let me grab that
ladder.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry. Now I smell like
that does taste bad.
Okay.
You
let's
always smell like vodka.
It's very true. It's very true. Okay, let's just do a little bit in here.
Cheers, buddy.
Okay, there you go. Okay,
right.
so let's go ahead and take that nice little graphic.
Hold
so
on.
we can, graphics guy. There we go.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Oh yeah. Like gasoline.
All right.
That's great. All right,
dude, that is seriously nasty crap.
Okay, but now for the good stuff.
Okay, so now we have. I am
yeah.
covered in vodka, dude. I smell like crap. Okay, so this is the good stuff. Let's go ahead and. There we go. Give myself a nice little healthy one there.
Nice, yeah, good stuff.
And are you sure you're gonna be able to handle this? You weigh like 75 pounds.
It's all right. I've been working out.
Okay.
Doing the protein thing, so it's good.
So cheers to this one here.
Yeah, definitely. Do we have? Wait, do we need a cover up and
yes, and
smoke screen?
Graphics department.
Anything?
Please. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like butter.
Oh.
It's smooth, man.
I don't drink, so you know. It's like, this actually tastes like water in comparison to what came out of that bottle. So.
It's great. It's unbelievable, and it's look, it's already filtered all the way down through. It's a great little system. It'll cost you a few bucks because each of these are $15, $20, maybe
but in the long term, you'll probably save from buying $40 bottles of vodka every time, right?
Seriously, you're gonna save a lot of money just after a couple bottles.
But
so
you might lose it on the dry cleaning. Thanks, Rose. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I highly suggest giving it a try. Now,
very nice.
I'm not going to spill again. Now, here's Sarah with some of the best picks from this week's Singular Picture Poll. What do you have, Sarah?
Okay, earlier in the week in our Singular Camera Phone Picture Poll, we asked you to send your camera phone pictures showcasing your super badass tattoos. Now, as promised, it's time to show off the winners, voted best by all of you. Now, number 1 is Andrew's version of The Predator. Number 1 with an average score of 6.2. Pretty nice. Second one comes from Rebecca Jones, who says, this is my third and last tattoo, a tribal heart, very painful. I don't suggest this one. Looks like a lower back. She's at number 2 with an average score of 5.7. Coming in at number 3 is Matt's dragon tattoo. His average score is 5.1. And our fourth place winner calls himself More Than Meets the Eye and has a Transformer tattoo. He tells us, I love Transformers and yet somehow I actually have a girlfriend. I don't know about that. His average vote is 4.1. And rounding out at number 5 is Sando's really, really creepy Joker tattoo. It looks like it's on his thigh. I don't even want to look at this anymore. He gets a score of 4. Now, it's time to kick off our brand new camera phone picture poll theme, which is piercings. That's right. Take a picture of your best piercing. We're just really asking for it with this one. And make sure you include a TSS sign somewhere in the picture and send it in. Now, there were a couple tattoo pictures that didn't have a TSS in it, so I couldn't add you. Too bad for you. So make sure you follow the rules. Where to send it, how to vote on other photos, and all those details are at thescreensavers.com/picture poll. So, send in your piercings, man. Now, stick around on this show. What flicks are coming out this weekend? Should you waste your money, I'll help you stay on top cinematically. And after the break, our take on daily technology headlines. The feed's next, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to the show. I'm a slightly drenched with vodka Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Coming up in this half hour, if you're in the betting mood, then we're going to actually reenact some of next week's football games using EA's Madden to get an unfair advantage in the football field.
Surprisingly
It
accurate.
actually works. It's not like the lame hockey reenactment thing we did a while back. This is actually pretty cool.
I loved that stuff. What are you
This is
talking
pretty
about? Plus, we've got some guy in a Godzilla suit.
Whoa
He
there.
gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I told you I couldn't handle that.
That was one shot.
I'm tiny.
And plus, we have Grammy-nominated band Planet Asia is going to be performing live on the set.
Yes. And now, it's time for a little thing we like to call
The feed.
the feed. Cue fancy graphic. There it is. Nice.
That was a nice little sounding with it, too.
Whoa! Did you hear it again?
Amazing.
Open pod doors.
That's right. Up first today, iTunes has launched in Canada. So all you Bare Naked Ladies fans, rush on over to iTunes.com. Is that like the only good band that's come from Canada?
Bryan
Bare Naked
Adams.
Ladies? Bryan Adams, yeah, that's another one.
Celine
I guess.
Dion.
I guess so. Celine Dion.
I quickly searched before the show, like Canadian bands, and that was all that
There's
popped
like-
up.
it's
and
like
I-
Google
I
results
was like,
3.
Oh, I'm
You're like,
sorry,
oh,
guys.
yeah.
Sorry, Canada.
Anyhow, iTunes Music Store in Canada is charging only 99 cents Canadian for a song. So it's actually kind of a deal. It's 89 cents. That's
Yes.
equivalent to about 83 cents in the U.S. Now, I already did a little... I tried to scam them a little bit.
There it is.
I went through an anonymous proxy server over in Canada to see if I could like show up like I was coming from Canada, and it still wouldn't let me buy the songs. It looks at the billing address. is what it does.
exactly. But people are saying, like on Slashdot, get a P.O. box in Canada,
There you
and
go.
that's your way around it.
Yeah.
So.
And then
I don't know if that's entirely legal, but you
save
should
like
do it.
15 cents per song.
Yeah, maybe you'll recoup the cost of the P.O. box. Probably not. This story is actually really sad. The major television networks are shifting their shows by a couple of minutes in an effort to keep viewers from switching channels. Yeah, they're hoping that viewers will like realize it's too late to tune into another show because they've already missed something at the beginning of the show. But what it's really doing is screwing up our TiVos and our replay TVs and all of our DVRs. And according to the AP, some of the biggest offenders include CBS's Without a Trace, Fox's Renovate My Family, and Kevin, I know, I'm sorry to say it, ABC's The Bachelor. I know you're heartbroken,
I like
but
the
you're
Swan.
going to have to shift your
I'm
schedule.
the Swan guy, actually.
People are going to get around this.
I'm just kidding. I hate
It's
the
just
Swan.
going to tick people off even more.
Yeah.
And
Well-
TiVo's going to have to come out with another service that automatically shifts your schedule.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. Even if they do automatically shift the schedule, unless there's like 2 recording units or 2 tuners inside of the TiVo, it's not going to be able to grab both of those feeds at the same time. You're still going to get cut off, even if
Right.
you, because you know how you can go in the options, you can say, give me an extra minute and
an
a
extra
half.
minute, right? But while it's
Yeah.
doing that minute,
It's
it can't
losing
be
a minute and a
somewhere
half of something else.
Yeah.
So that
they'll
sucks.
figure out a way around it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But if they don't, they're just going to alienate more people, and IPTV is going to take off.
And then we can boycott those stupid shows that are shifting their times
Would
around.
you shift the Broken's time?
The Broken isn't even on TV. If it was,
There you
I'd
go.
probably do anything. I wouldn't care. That'd be fun. Now, finally, a last little story here about MSN's blogging service. Boing Boing readers played around with the service a little bit yesterday, and they found some interesting things that you can't blog about. It seems that blogs are automatically censored, and if you enter certain keywords, like censored words, you can't publish them.
Yeah, so
This sucks. Microsoft is like, blogs are all about like personal
blogs are all about
expression.
the one time freedom of speech would
know.
probably come into question is on a personal blog.
This should
you
be
know.
the time.
And if you're going to offer a service that's competing with other services, maybe
Yeah.
you should at least offer the minimum, which is free speech. I think that's what it is, which is
man.
what everybody else is. But Internet Explorer is crappy. You're allowed to say that.
Oh,
you,
yeah, see.
You can say smoking crack, a how-to guide for teens. You can name a
Nice.
blog that.
You set these up? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
no. This is the guys from Boing Boing did this, so that was
okay.
really nice of them. But the one thing they got in trouble for was pornography and the law, or pornography is law, because it's not obviously filtering context. It's just looking for 7 dirty words and
I
then
see.
some. So
Okay.
there you go.
All right.
It's
so
lame nonetheless.
that brings you to our poll today. We wanted to do a little poll on this. So, would you blog with MSN? A,
Yes, blogs and butterflies go together. Silly.
B,
No, Microsoft is the suck, spelled with lead, of course.
with lead, of course.
And C is everybody's favorite, I
Yes, needs a little bit more cowbell.
think. And what doesn't?
Yeah.
What doesn't? This show could use a little.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
A little something.
That's an audience. We don't have one of those.
That's right.
When we come back, we're going to take a live call with some help from the Frag Dolls. And we'll hit the streets of Hollywood, California for the world premiere of Godzilla Last Wars. We'll be right back.
Sparks has been following the Madden Challenge across the U.S. in search of a new champ. Let's check in with him and his game before the game in our very last tier, Madden Minute.
Thanks, guys. It's week 16 here at the 2004 EA Sports Madden Challenge, and we saw some crazy stick work going down in Seattle and in San Francisco. The West Coast ballers came out in record numbers and was looking to hold it down. Let's see if they can make the weekend a clean West Coast sweep in this week's Madden Minute. The Seattle championship game saw Daniel Clark Kent Grundy and his Philadelphia Eagles back to another final, taking on Paul Ziegler and his ATL Falcons. The big play came in the fourth quarter to start it. Ziegler wiggle wobbles done to the house, but fails on the two-point conversion. It wouldn't matter as he'd go on to win this one 26-14.
Well, today, I didn't think I really could be beat, really. But he's got some game. I don't know if he's going down in San Francisco, but, I mean, he's got a shot every time at winning it, as he's proven. I mean, he's probably had a lot of bad breaks, but no, he's good, though.
In the San Francisco Regional Final, we saw Montello Jones, a.k.a. Save Time, rolling with the Vikings, taking on Dominic Brandon, a.k.a. Juke, and his ATL Dirty Birds. The big story in this one was Save Time and his ridiculous stick work, flossing it on numerous occasions and running for big plays and finding wide-open receivers on post-slant patterns. Save Time takes with one in a blowout, 34-7.
The only reason I probably beat him is because I know him. You know, we go back and forth all the time at the lab, so it was just a matter of executing, man. Just playing smart.
That was this week's Madden Minute. Now let's get to the game before the game, presented by Snickers. Last week, the Packers ended our winning streak by taking care of the Rams. Let's see what happens with the Week 13 matchup. The Week 13 matchup brought the Dallas Cowboys and their disappointing season to the team at the top of the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks. Starting the game, both teams brought uninspiring play to the table that resulted in just a single Seahawks field goal for the whole first quarter. The second quarter didn't get much better as former Michigan QB Drew Henson wild arms an interception. However, the Rook would not be undeterred, throwing into triple coverage for the touchdown and putting the boys up 7-6. Soon after, the Seahawks answered back with a 10-yard touchdown pass from Hasselbeck to regain the lead going into the half, 13-6. In the third, the term lackluster play was redefined as the lone highlight was an impressive run by Sean Alexander that put the Seahawks within sight of the end zone. As the Seahawks look to capitalize on their momentum from the third, Matt Hasselbeck throws away their impressive drive right into double coverage. The Cowboys responded with their future aerial assault leader Drew Henson throwing one touchdown at the minute 30 mark and another one with 23 seconds left in the game, putting the Cowboys up 22-16. Just as you thought the game was over, the Seahawks walked into Monday Night Football history with an unbelievable 78-yard touchdown to win the game. The final score, 23 Seattle, 22 Dallas. The MVP in this one was wide receiver Darrell Jackson, recording 5 catches for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, making him the Snickers' hungriest player of the game. Well, it's a wrap for now, but make sure to check back with us next week. We'll bring you the game before the game for week number 14. As always, reporting from Madden, I'm Jake Sparks.
Come on, just have a little sip. It'll be good. I'll look more attractive. We'll be. Hey, Roulette from the Frag Dolls joins us again, and you're going to help us with a live call, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. We have Joseph on the phone from Boise, Idaho. Joseph, thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Have you been dipping into the Kevin Rose vodka by any chance?
I'm planning on to a little bit later tonight. Get the British filter out and have fun with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, now you have a question for Roulette, don't you, Joe?
Yeah, I was just wondering, what games really got you girls started into actual hardcore gaming and stuff?
Let's see. I think that the game that I remember the most was Sonic the Hedgehog on my Sega Genesis. I was young. I used to fight with my brother over who got to play it, and that really kind of marks my childhood of gaming. But I would say that I was kind of a casual gamer as a kid, actually. You know, I loved them, of course, but my parents didn't buy all that many for me. So instead, it was not until I was probably 16 or 17 and EverQuest came out, and I just got addicted. And I have been a hardcore gamer ever since my EverQuest addiction.
Did where was there a turning point for your parents? Do they support you now in gaming? I mean,
they still don't get it.
Really?
No, not really. But they definitely support me.
Wow.
They're supportive. They're like, honey, I can tell you like it, so that's great. But they don't understand.
Understandable. Joseph, thank you very much for the call. Well said, Roulette. And Sarah's got a scoop on this whole Godzilla thing. I have no idea. What's the lizard up to these days?
Well, Godzilla first roared across the Pacific Ocean 50 years ago. Way back in 1954. Flash forward to today, it's the 28th release of a Godzilla film. That's incredible. This one's titled Godzilla Last Wars. The world premiere was held earlier this week in downtown Hollywood, and we were on the red carpet to bring all the action.
Screensavers. I'm Ryuhei Kitamura. I'm the director of Godzilla Final Wars. Godzilla moves like Godzilla moves and Godzilla fights like you've never seen before.
How does it feel to go from a samurai splatterfest like Versus to Godzilla?
Well, I'm so happy, you know. I'm a Japanese and I'm a film director, you know. How can I say no to Godzilla movies?
Yeah, I'm really exciting to be here and be interviewed by everyone. I'm so happy.
I've been a Godzilla fan since I was about 7 years old.
When you first saw Godzilla?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great.
Did you get eaten in the movie tonight?
No.
What's his favorite / most challenging monster to create? Anguirus. Does he like it the old way or the new way?
He likes it the old way.
This Godzilla is very, very aggressive and very strong. He moves fast, not like, you know, American one.
Godzilla must be a national treasure, and we're proud of Godzilla.
Is it the final Godzilla?
I don't think so. You know, all the producers are liars, so don't believe them.
Can you give us your best Godzilla roar?
No, I can't do that. You do.
No, it's you first.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder where Godzilla got the money to pay for that star. Because it costs celebrities $15,000 these days for the Walk of Fame ceremony and the star, and he's just a lizard.
That's the only reason I don't have one. I
Weird.
can't come up with the cash.
Godzilla Final Wars hits the theaters tomorrow, December 4th, nationwide. Coming up, after the break, hip-hop superstar Planet Asia is here performing a song off his latest LP, The Grand Opening. We'll be right back.
And to listen to what else you get at no extra charge. The MS-DOS executive, an appointment calendar, a card file, a notepad, a clock, a control panel, a terminal, Fritz Fuller RAM driver, and, can you believe it, Reversi, just $99. That's right, it's $99. It's an incredible value, but it's true. It's Windows from Microsoft. Order today.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a behind-the-scenes look at the new movie Blade Trinity. Plus, turn virtual Lego creations into the real thing. We've got software that lets you build virtually anything with Legos. And Kevin Rose has some tips for surfing and downloading with 100% anonymity. We all need that. That's all on Monday's show. And now, the Screensavers are very, very proud to present Planet Asia.
Yeah, it's poppin'. Yeah. I go by the name of the Planet Agents, you know what I mean? Cali Agent number 2. Yard Government is the crew. Gold Chain Music, you know how we do. 427 on the 1 and 2s. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to this real live hip-hop joint. It goes like this. It don't matter if it's right or wrong. I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that to each his own. Yeah, it don't matter if it's right or wrong. I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that. Each his own. I'm from the era of medicine bottles of pure. El Caminos, leather bombers for furs. Uncle drinking gallons of cords. People knocking at your door for sugar. My play clothes was corduroy jeans. Patches on the knee, kangaroos and opie. A young child with a vision to better live in this life. Hoping I never have to end up in prison. Cause in the hood, everybody's guilty. Just by association. The way the post be supposed to wait is more like close to hate. But I was taught never fit the description. Never tell your business. And when it's beef, pop extended clips in. Moving intuitive. Cause the first street lesson usually is watch who you get into it with. Cruising intent, bulletproof, fuel in the engine. I choose a side, you either hoeing or pimping. And that's a big difference, know the position. Either you Indian the chief at the podium with soldiers to listen. It don't matter if it's right or wrong. Yeah, I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that to each his own. Yeah, it don't matter if it's right or wrong. I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that. Yo, park shootouts, dice games, and beatboxing. $100 double-ups, it was the street option. Barbershop talk, you're forced to listen. Grown folks arguing, that's how you got your latest sports statistics. Candy houses on every block. Hydraulic pickups, lifting it up with heavy knock. Had brothers yelling stick up. When rapping wasn't art, I had a flat top with a part. Now I rock a Kundalini spiral to the top. 14 years, the same group who stayed true. No need to name a few, just know we paid dues. Came anew, straight out the golden age. Real talk before the paper started folding. Hustling is the only culture that we still upholding. Who would have thought I'd be bubbling next? Bubbling checks. I got you staring now, my character be double X. What you were witnessing is history's making. But before I finish this song, it's something you should know.
It don't matter if it's right or wrong.
Yeah, I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that to each his own.
Yeah, it don't matter if it's right or wrong.
I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that to each his own. Yeah, as the world keeps turning, dollars we keep burning. Product and politics, hot chicks, keep it going. I was born to hustle. All my life I was taught, work hard at it. We was born to struggle. It's been a long time coming, but we finally here. That's how we do it around this time of the year. Moving up from thousandaires, my version to the streets, the blooded fans. Look, y'all. Shine down nights, city nights, finicky fights, bag sessions, broke brothers rock the dingiest nights. Known since the first gang was formed. So through every block I get a pass, even when my change is known. My path is blessed, multiple choice, filling the bubbles like driving a vehicle to pass the test in the flesh of a vessel. Street credibility is unquestionable. And I'm here to let you know.
It don't matter if it's right or wrong.
I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that to each his own. Yeah, it don't matter if it's right or wrong. I'ma get my hustle on. You acting like it's something wrong. I'm just trying to put my peoples on. Gotta get off that to each his own. Yeah. Planet Asia. Cali Asia number 2. You know what I mean?
All right, Planet Asia, that was awesome. Don't matter if it's right or wrong. Yeah, this is your new CD. If you want more information on Planet Asia, check out the website at mcplanetasia.com. You can also purchase Planet Asia's latest CD, The Grand Opening, in stores now. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming to the show. It's great. Just stay where you are because we're reading some emails and bringing you the action from our IRC chat room. And the screensavers continues.
All right, let's see how Chris did against the Frag Dolls. How'd you do, Chris?
They're very better than me.
I was trying it out a little earlier. I must say, I pretty much beat them all. Isn't that right?
No, that's so right.
At least I got 2 kills in.
I think you killed one person, and it was him. And that was him. You killed him.
No.
I'm sorry.
Good try, Rose. Good
It's
try.
like a bunch of like easy bots just running around in there.
Oh,
just kidding,
man.
just kidding.
You're gonna get beat down on the show. I actually want to show off this thing real quick here. This is the Frag Dolls website again, fragdolls.com. But here's something that I think is really cool. Like they're popular enough to the point where the Bungie guys are doing their own parody of their site, Frag Dudes. And they even have their own bios here if you go in. These are all Bungie guys. I don't really think that's a photo of one of the Bungie guys. Yeah, but nevertheless, the site's there. It's an entire parody. I think it's pretty funny that game developers are
gotta
getting
have
on
the
it,
Frag
so.
Dolls. Gotta have the Frag Dudes.
Do we have time for some questions, some emails,
We do indeed.
and other stuff? All right. Here are some questions written on these pretty blue cards. The Reborn asks, what is the difference between DVD Plus and DVD Minus R? That's a common question.
That is a very common question. There's these 2 different sides that are on both sides of the fence. You have Microsoft, who is on the Plus side of things, and then Apple for the longest time was on the Dash side of things. I don't know about the physical differences of the disc. Do you know what the differences are between the 2 different discs?
I couldn't tell. I know that the features are completely different. And the site that I'm going to send him to is vcdhelp.com. Go ahead.
I was going to say, for the longest time, the Dashes came out first, and they were the most popular. They were the most compatible with all the different types of players that are out there. But now Pluses have kind of taken off. Even Apple started to adopt the Plus format with their super drives, and the media costs pretty much the same.
The price came down on the media. That's what really helped it. And then if the prices are equal, you're going to go with the one that has more features.
Right. And the funny thing is that the burner I just bought has them all bundled into one. So really, to me, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Plus or Dash, my burner does both. So
I think he needs to check his set-top box. Check his actual standalone DVD player to see what formats that supports.
That's important.
That's the big kicker. But head on over to vcdhelp.com because that's the site. They have tutorials for everything that talks about plus and minus and differences and different DVD burners and drives and everything. It's a great question.
I want
to
know the difference between the media. Yeah.
You can browse the site. I can finish the show if you need me to.
We'll do.
We've got please, for the love of God, don't.
We'll leave it alone.
Rhesus Lover asks, what is the best DVD authoring program? Another follow-up.
The best what? What was that again?
DVD authoring program.
I like this stuff on the Mac personally. I'm just a big,
okay.
I have a pretty cheap Mac. It's like an 867 megahertz Mac. It's a G4. Alex bashed my old one, but I got a new one, and it's used. But that's exactly what I use it for. I think the Mac is best at DVD authoring. all of their different tools that they have in their Final Cut and all the different iDVD and all they're great. They just work so well, and they create all the cover art and everything. I haven't used anything for the PC side. I know Pinnacle had something that was supposed to be pretty good.
Nero's latest offering does it all. Didn't you show off the tool like DVD Shrink or DVD Lite?
That's all for like ripping off DVDs.
Yeah, so rip it to a drive and then use Nero to actually burn it. That's
well, you can do that for just making copies, but we don't know if they're talking about making their own home videos or things like that.
We don't. We don't.
Hopefully next time we'll get a little more descriptive. This one here, do you know when the next 007 game for the PC will be released?
You know, that's a great question. I think what was Rogue Agent was the last one that was released, the dual wielding and whatnot. I believe that's what it was. I haven't picked it up because Halo has the dual wielding, so I'm pretty much stuck on that.
That's for the consoles, though, right?
That is for the consoles. But did that come out for PC? I don't know. You check.
I don't know.
I'll check. How about that? EA.com. How about he goes to EA.com?
All right. Let's see if they have
check that out.
I think we're out of time, actually. We'll have to put it in the show notes.
All right. Yeah, check the show notes.
Anyway.
We'll let you know when the next one's coming out. That's going to do it for this edition of the Screensavers. I am Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Thanks for watching. We'd like to thank our guests, the Frag Dolls and Planet Asia. See you next time. Have a great night.